Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. welcome. Okay, so पिछले स्ट्रीम में हम लोग वर्जन 3.1 मेन क्वेस्ट स्टार्ट किए थे. लाइक पिछले स्ट्रीम में ज़्यादा तो नहीं खेल पाए मेन स्टोरी क्वेस्ट. इंस्टेड we did something better. We discussed what truly happened in Lahai and how Lahai and Monami is truly connected. ऐसा लग रहा है after that discussion, पिछले स्ट्रीम में जो डिस्कशन हुआ था, after that I was like maybe Lahai अभी exist कर रहा है solely because of Rover and IMIT's effort. हमको तो यही फील हो रहा है for now. So पिछले स्ट्रीम में ज़्यादा नहीं खेले, बस लुक हम लोगों को अपना इन्फर्मरी बुलाया, उससे थोड़ा बात हुआ. हम लोग ट्रस्ट नहीं कर रहे थे लुक को. हम लोग ट्रस्ट नहीं बोलेंगे, हम लोग इरिटेटेड थे इन अ सेंस. लुक सब कुछ फेस में नहीं बोल रहा है. ही वॉज काइंड ऑफ क्रिप्टिक. ओके, सो वी वर प्लीज थोड़ा ट्रांसपेरेंट हो लुक. लेट अस नो हम लोग का पास्ट सेल्फ तुमको क्या टास्क दे के गई है. बताओ, इतना मिस्टीरियस रह के कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है सीरियसली. एंड लुक वाज ओके, मैं सब कुछ बताऊंगा तो नहीं, जस्ट चलो मेरे साथ, तुमको एक जगह लेके जाते हैं इंस्टेड. सो हियर वी आर एट अ प्लेस, सीक्रेट प्लेस, लूक का सीक्रेट प्लेस. सो अब यहाँ से स्टोरी स्टार्ट होगा. काफी प्रिटी जगह है लेकिन. टॉक टू लुक हरसन, लेट्स गो.
Quite a stash.
Okay, सब ठीक है ना? Yep, सब ठीक.
This is what a secret room is about. Now, where were we? Let's start with the conclusion before we get into all the details. You asked me to come to Lahai Roy to watch for any Fraxidus activity.
Yes.
Warren was the first Fraxidus mole you uncovered, and he certainly won't be the last. Think of the Space Trek Collective as a web of competing powers. It's as much a haven for independence as a playground for agendas. An isolated polar region, rich with exoswarm and the potential for technological breakthrough. Lahai Roy is a gold mine, even for the Fraxidus.
Really? Okay.
You're saying the fall of Helios wasn't their real goal?
What's the real goal then?
It was one of several. After your journey in Huanglong and Renacida, I'm sure you've come to realize their true aim.
No. नो वंडर हमको इतना कम सुनाई दे रहा है. साउंड कम है, थोड़ा सा कम है. Cool.
The Threnodian. All F1.
उसका करेगा क्या ये लोग, फ्रैक्सिटस लोग? Like, you can't defeat them, bro. Even Fractitas are weak in front of LF1, nahi?
Correct. Given the Threnodian's unique nature, it's sure to catch their attention. Moreover, LF1 is closely linked to the Strider Gate, which may be our ticket to outer space.
Yes.
Spying on the Fraxitus is risky. Why would I have chosen you for this task?
In my past life.
Well, that is a bit of a long story.
बताओ बताओ. Dr. Lukerson. ये तो बताओ बताओ बोल के चला गया. Luke. Luke. Man, where is you? मेरा पिंग. इशू मत करो रे. God dang it.
You've always preferred to see things for yourself. Please, follow me to that table.
But where is you, man? I-core container. Inspect the item. Oh. You examine the transparent container, which appears to have some kind of liquid inside. There is a golden hue quietly contained inside. Okay. You realize it looks identical to the blood that flowed from Luke's hand during your fight in the space station. Okay.
The golden serum, developed by the Naviale group. But I prefer its other name, Ichor.
Ichor. A special pharmaceutical substance developed for extremely rare diseases. However, its severe side effects make it intolerable for most, keeping it undergoing research and validation. In its natural form, ichor is a volatile golden liquid that radiates intense heat at room temperature. In rare cases, it can be controlled and stabilized into a solid form. पर इसका पर्पस क्या है? अच्छा, developed for extreme rare disease. Luke was sick. Okay.
My father started it as a medication for rare diseases. But as research progressed, it came to represent something far more ambitious. The drug of evolution.
What kind of ambition?
Evolution. Sounds like something the Fraxitus would like.
Well, on paper it worked. I became its resonator, so it would be unfair to say it was entirely useless.
Oh, okay.
But I was a rare case who survived. All it cost me was excruciating pain and my color vision. Most test subjects like me didn't make it.
Color vision. He's colorblind. Dang, man. Choyaun was fully blind and he's colorblind. हाय हाय क्या हो रहा है? दोनों हॉट कैरेक्टर्स अंधे क्यों हैं?
It wasn't until I met you that I realized there was more to the story.
More to the story.
The rest is in my study, shall we?
Sure. काफी cool जगह है लेकिन. ये इसका बेड है? मैं दूँ? Ooh, aquarium or fireplace. Cozy. Wow. लेकिन ये असली काग नहीं है, सिमुलेशन है. Oh well, वो already hot है ना. Due to his unnatural golden blood. Plus, he also looks hot. Drawing of a family. The picture is a child's drawing of a family, rendered in simple, earnest lines. ये लूक होगा. लूक का छोटा भाई, उसका पापा. Okay. A father and an elder younger brother, each one bearing a big happy smile. On the back of the framed picture, scribbled note reads, "Always happy, Rain herself." It must have been drawn years ago, but the frame is carefully preserved and shows little wear. Aww, cute.
My brother Ryan drew this picture. Not related by blood. Father took us both in after his own children passed away from a rare illness long ago.
Oh, interesting.
Ryan never could handle pain. But he was easy to cheer up. Whenever the grown-ups would give me candy, I'd save it all for him.
So that's why he always has candy with him.
For a while, I tried to be the perfect son Father wanted. It never worked, so eventually I stopped trying. It only got worse from there. What Father tried to do to Ryan was unforgivable. And then came that accident. I thought what my father did was a rather mundane story. A cliché. Someone trying to atone for past guilt, only to cause greater harm.
क्या कर दिया भाई?
Until your hints made me suspect it was someone's staged finale. So I had my father's grave exhumed. It was empty.
Okay. Oops. You examine the burnt page. Many parts of it are illegible due to the burns. It appears to have been salvaged from a fire. Judging by the legible contents, it's a report. It mentions Lahai Roy and void matter, and was originally destined for the new Federation. Huh? New Federation matlab Fraxidus, right? Dang, man. At the bottom of the report, you find a signature, the Fraxidus insignia. Oh, this thing, no? Interesting.
The entire Lola logistics carrier was already blown to smithereens by the time I recovered this page. I managed a quick glimpse before the fire consumed most of the page. It is a report from an overseer.
A Fraxidus Overseer's report on its way to the new Federation?
Yes. Tucked away in a Lola logistics delivery box.
Oh, sneaky.
The recipient is Eris in the new Federation.
Eris. Who's Eris?
Those 3 items you just showed me. Did the Fraxidus get into Naviale's work after learning about the Icar's potential for evolution?
They didn't just get into our work. They went a step further. Replacement. Have you ever met the Fraxidus's Grand Architect?
Yes, Charon, right? मिले काफी cool design बंदा था.
The thousand-faced survivor. We met near the Styx Lake, deep within the Dark Tide. Wait. Does this mean your father was...
Yes. My father was just another face the Grand Architect borrowed. Though looking back now, I can't recall the moment the real him was taken.
Dang, that's interesting. It was just another face of Charon. Okay, cool.
I think the Grand Architect sees life and death as a game. I wouldn't be surprised if Father was even smiling in his coffin as we buried him in that downpour.
Dang. Well, he did said that they are adopted, right? So yeah, makes sense. Charon लुक का बाप था. What the heck? और कोई नहीं मिला. Well, one of the faces. मतलब जिसका फेस लिया वो तो एक टाइम में एग्जिस्ट करता था, राइट? वो इंसान पता नहीं खारन करता क्या है. दूसरों का आइडेंटिटी स्टील करता है. आइडेंटिटी या फिर बॉडीज भी. I guess both.
So, that's your answer. Why did you choose me? Because I have a very personal reason to go after the Fraxidus. Hatred.
Makes sense. But hatred किस चीज के लिए? अच्छा, इसका भाई के साथ एक सेकंड, ये तो बताया नहीं इसका भाई के साथ खारन किया क्या बोलते हैं. पता.
Hatred. Even now?
हर्ट किया होगा somehow.
Now, it has become something of a habit.
मन में गुस्सा भरा हुआ है लुक का अपने भाई के लिए. इस हमको लग रहा है his brother's dead. लाइक इसका भाई मर चुका है कब का. उसी चीज का गुस्सा है फ्रैक्सिडस के ऊपर, स्पेशली खारन के ऊपर, अपना बाप के ऊपर बोल सकते हैं. Kind of.
Continue this train of investigation and you'll see for yourself what they are. But before you do, there's something I should share.
What is it, Luke?
My friends in the Black Shores told me you've already had a few run-ins with certain overseers. Is that right?
Yes. Scar, Prolova, Camellia. और कोई है क्या? Yaad nahi.
3. Cristoforo, Frolova, and Scar.
Hey.
Plus the Grand Architect you mentioned.
Charon, obviously. 4 जन.
Ah, those names do ring a bell.
Oh, you know that.
Frolova is codenamed Hecate. Cristoforo, Arachnos. Intriguing, isn't it? The flair they have for their own branding.
Cristoforo Arachnos. सबसे दिमाग खराब करने वाला कैरेक्टर है क्रिस्टोफोरो. लाइक माइंड का 12 बजा दिया था ये.
But it's a telling detail. The codename can reveal its owner's style, personal tastes, and even ambitions.
कोड नेम. सो ये लोग खुद अपना कोड नेम रखता है.
Think about it. A powerful resonator who causes chaos at random leaves no trail to follow. But give them a preference, a pattern. We can start to build a profile from the pieces. I've been compiling reports on the overseers for years. Allow me to share what I've learned so far.
Sure.
I've reactivated your access. You'll find the door controls right over there.
Reactivated. हम लोग आए थे क्या पहले भी? ओह अच्छा, पास्ट सेल्फ का बात कर रहा है बार बार. पास्ट टेंस में बात कर रहा था ये. ओ लाला. ये हर नेचर को लाइक ग्लास इंकेस्ड करके क्यों रखा है वंडा? पता नहीं असली भी है कि नहीं। असली तो लग रहा है। टू मच स्टीम।
The Fraxidus is loosely organized. Most of its members have only undergone basic, artificially induced body modification. They're not terribly difficult to neutralize. But if you encounter artificers with more creative modifications, you're likely looking at the handiwork of Hydra. Hydra is their leading mind on human evolution and body modifications. Whoever they are, they often work in tandem with Siren. In other words, if you spot one, be on guard in case the other is lurking close by. Zashiki Warashi won't require much of your attention. This overseer primarily operates in Ashinohara, a region that's been largely destroyed by the Lament.
Sounds like Japan. Ashinohara. Okay.
Ashinohara. I've heard of it somewhere before.
The girl we had in the infirmary for a while. Chisa, I remember. The city that trapped her, Honami, is part of Ashinohara.
Oh, okay. Okay. Twilight Sky, hi there. Hello, welcome to my stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. How do you do? I'm doing great. How about you?
Now, on to two key pieces of the puzzle. I did say the Fraxidus was a loose organization, but even the most scattered cells still need funding to function. Remember that report from earlier? It's only a matter of time before you go to the new Federation. And based on the intel I've gathered, that's their most critical base of operations. And where you'll find Eris.
How critical? Do they operate in the open?
Not exactly. But in a place where money talks, they must have members in the highest echelons of government and business. Key members. Their foothold in the new Federation has given them immense leverage. With that endless stream of wealth, the Fraxidus operates with impunity across the planet. Speaking of which, Star Torch Academy is also heavily funded by the new Federation. To be blunt, they're the Space Trek Collective's single largest donor.
Eris, huh? Duly noted. I'm assuming the other key piece is the Grand Architect.
The Fraxidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities. Real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of the dead from others' memories.
The Fraxidus Grand Architect. Their true name is unknown. They only appear through borrowed identities, real people, legendary beings, and even the phantoms of dead from other memories. Well, we know Charon, right? It was his true name. Charon? या वो भी कोई borrowed identity था. Legendary beings. Oh my god. Borrowed identity भी हो सकता है. God dang it.
I did brush shoulders with them once. It was a shame. I had no idea at the time, and missed my shot.
Dang, relax, Luke.
This pen was the only thing I brought back from that great fire. I have yet to decipher the lettering, but it shows one thing for sure. The Grand Architect has been around for a very, very long time. It's a pity you called me to the High Roy. Otherwise, I would have continued following that trail. But you always have a good reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
You uncovered all this by yourself?
More or less. I did have some help along the way.
To get your hands on one of the Grand Architect's personal items, you did more than just follow a trail. You infiltrated them.
Playing along with them isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it. Like I said, they are a loose organization.
Damn.
Knowing the Fraxidus, stealing all that intel on the Overseers is risky, no matter how loose they are. Each infiltration will only be more dangerous than the last.
Please, ऐसा बेवकूफी फिर मत करना, Luke. मारे जाओगे seriously.
Luke, how can a doctor who doesn't value his own life save anyone else's?
ओके नेवर माइंड, मेरा कॉल आया था। सैम हेलो, हाउ आर यू डूइंग, हाउ वाज योर डे टुडे, आपने डिनर कर लिया? हेलो सैम, वेलकम टू माय स्ट्रीम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन। आज का दिन बहुत लेजी गया, आज कुछ नहीं किए, आज कुछ प्रोडक्टिव नहीं किए। मेरा नींद खुला ही लाइक 12:30 बजे दिन का। आई स्लेप्ट अ लॉट। ये 8 घंटा नींद का रूल कौन बनाया है? आई नीड लाइक 10 आवर्स एटलीस्ट। व्हाट द हेक मैन, ज़्यादा ही सो गए। नहीं 10 घंटा भी नहीं, हाँ 10 घंटा ही सोया है गेस यार। 10 घंटा सोए, उठ के आज मम्मी का छुट्टी था तो शी इज़ लाइक आज इसको सिर्फ खिलाते हैं। ये क्या खाओगी बेटा? एवरी सेकेंड एवरी सेकेंड हम उठ के बस खा रहे ठूस रहे और लेट जा रहे। फिर जाके लाइक मेरा नींद 12:30 बजे टूटा था, लेकिन फिर उसके बाद हम बिस्तर में ही फ्रेश होके पड़े हुए थे। मम्मी बस खाना लाए जा रही है, हम ठूसे जा रहे हैं। फिर हम फाइनली 2:30 में उठे बिस्तर से। लेजेंडरी राइट। उसके बाद मेरी दीदी आई, शी वाज लाइक हे चलो कुछ मूवी देखते हैं। ठीक है, देन हम लोग मूवी देखने बैठ गए। ये मूवी देखते देखते याद आया कि हम लोग को लंच भी करना है, लंच करना भूल गए। 4 बजे लंच की। Oh my God। उसके बाद याद आया ओ हमको मतलब आर्ट इंस्टा अकाउंट में पोस्ट करना है, देख रहे उसके लिए 5:30 बज गया। अरे आज पोस्ट करना नहीं हुआ, जल्दी जल्दी पोस्ट करना होगा। फिर उसके बाद मेरे पास तो और आर्ट वर्क बचा नहीं है पोस्ट करने के लिए नेक्स्ट डे। सो आई वाज लाइक अरे कुछ तो बनाना होगा, आज तो कुछ बनाया ही नहीं। सो समवेयर लाइक 7:30 बजे हम बैठे एक ड्राइंग लेके, उसको जस्ट कुछ टाइम पहले लाइक 11 बजे कंप्लीट किए। फिर आधा घंटा हम डिनर किए, फिर 11:30 बजे लाइव स्ट्रीम में आए। दिस वॉज माई होल डे। हाय हाय पका दिए पूरा। Twilight Sky. Recently I have seen an anime called Tune Into the Midnight Heart. It's quite similar to quintuplets. Have you heard of it? No. क्या थीम है इस एनिमे का? I'm curious. Is it सोनेन? Is it क्या तो बोलते हैं? सोनेन ही बोलते हैं ना? हमको याद नहीं। It's been so long. एनिमे देखे बहुत टाइम हो गया। I need to catch up. बहुत ढेर सारा नया नया एनिमे निकला है। जुजुत्सु काइसेन का नया सीजन निकला है। फिर और क्या है? फाइटिंग वाला बोलने से यही है, और क्या है? जो भी है लाइक रिसेंट जितना भी एनिमे निकला हमको कैचअप करना होगा। हमको टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है कैचअप करने का, जनरली बोलने से। सैम वेलकम बैक। वाह, मैं सुबह 6:30 को ब्रश करके सो गया था और जागने के बाद 4 बज रहे थे। ये क्या बात हुआ? लेजेंड। कोई ना ऐसा दिन होता है कभी कभार। आपको नींद अच्छा मिला ना, बस वही बहुत है। सबसे खतरनाक, ओके ऑफ टॉपिक, सबसे खतरनाक नींद बोलने से ऐसा नींद है ना लाइक आप 11-10 घंटा सो रहे हो और आपको लाइक उस 10-11 घंटा में 4-5 सपना आता है, और वो 4-5 सपना उठते ही कुछ भी याद नहीं रहता है, लेकिन दिमाग में रहता है कि नहीं हम ना शायद ढेर सारा सपना देखे थे, लेकिन हमको कुछ भी कंटेंट याद नहीं है कि हम क्या देखे थे। ये चीज मेरे साथ होता है बहुत। सैम एटलीस्ट अर्ली मॉर्निंग ब्रश तो किया। वही बहुत है, एफर्ट ही सब कुछ है। कोई ना, यू डिड ग्रेट। बोलते हैं सुबह जल्दी उठना चाहिए, तो उठाओ और ब्रश भी कर दिया। नहीं, सही में मॉर्निंग मॉर्निंग सही रहता है, लेकिन हम सुबह ना उठ ही नहीं पाते हैं। सुबह का शक्ल हम तभी देख पाते हैं जब हम ऑल नाइट मारते हैं, सीरियसली। सुदीप रॉय, वेलकम टू माय स्ट्रीम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन, वेलकम। एक सपना को एक्सप्लेन करो क्या? एक सपना, सच बोलेंगे तो आज कोई सपना आया नहीं हमको। आज कोई सपना नहीं आया। आज फुल ब्लैकआउट वे में सो रहे थे। लगता है पिछले दिन ना हम थक गए थे बहुत। लाइक पिछले दिन घर में बहुत लेट से लौटे। लेट नहीं, जल्दी लौटे थे। फिर आई वाज लाइक कुछ काम था, वही आर्ट इंस्टा अकाउंट रिलेटेड काम था, उसको किए, वो करते करते फिर लेट हो गया। फिर लाइव स्ट्रीम बैठे बैठे 1:30 बज गया। फिर 1:30 बजे नींद नहीं आया, हम सीधा 2:30 बजे सोए डूम स्क्रॉल करते करते। इसलिए शायद हम नॉकड आउट हो गए। लाइक कोई सपना ही नहीं आया मेरा पिछले रात। सैम, हाँ मेरा भी सेम है। अभी मेरा सपने का कौन सा सीजन चल रहा है पता नहीं ऐसा हमको पहले लगता था कि सपना देखना छोड़ दिए ना क्या, लाइक इतना थक गए कि अब सपना देखते हैं। लेकिन जब आजकल देखते हैं ना, कुछ याद नहीं रहता। लाइक कुछ देखे जैसा, लाइक जब उठे जस्ट तब थोड़ा सा दिमाग में रहता है, फिर कुछ टाइम के बाद सब मेमोरी वाइप हो जाता है। सैम, मेरा एक बार सपने में मैं खुद का मेल और फीमेल वर्जन को देखा था। आप दूसरे यूनिवर्स में चले गए थे फॉर सम रीजन। हमको तो ऐसे ही लग रहा है। कभी कभी सपना याद नहीं आता। मोस्ट ऑफ द सपना याद नहीं रहता, कुछ कुछ याद रहता है, और सबसे ट्रॉमेटाइजिंग वंस ही याद रहता है। कभी कभार अगर लकी हुए तो अच्छा सपना याद रहता है। ओके, लेट्स कंटिन्यू। ओके, सो फार हम लोग को लूक इन्फर्मरी में बुलाया। फिर वी वर पिस्ड, लाइक हम लोग काफ़ी नहीं, गुस्सा नहीं बोलेंगे, इरिटेटेड। लाइक लूक हम लोगों को इतना वेग वे में सब कुछ क्यों बोल रहा है। वी वर लाइक प्लीज लूक बी ट्रांसपेरेंट। लूक वाज लाइक ओके, तुमको सच जानना है, कम विथ मी। तो लुक हम लोग को अपना ये सीक्रेट हाइडआउट नहीं बोलेंगे, इसका कोई रिसर्च एरिया है, रिसर्च स्पॉट बना के रखा है ये, यहाँ लेके आया। यहाँ हम लोग लाइक फ्रैक्सिडस के बारे डिस्कस कर रहे थे। लाइक समहाउ लुक का फैमिली इज कनेक्टेड टू फ्रैक्सिडस, राइट। मतलब वो जो खारोन है, खारोन का कोई एक पार्ट लूक और उसका भाई का बाप था। मेक सेंस। और जो रूप में खारोन था, लूक का भाई को शायद मार दिया या टॉर्चर किया, लाइक समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट। उस चीज के लिए लूक के अंदर फ्रैक्सिडस के प्रति बहुत गुस्सा है। ओके, तो वो एक बार फ्रैक्सिडस के पास जा चुका है एक इंफॉर्मेशन लेने के लिए। तो अभी हम लोग दिमाग खराब कर रहे हैं लूक का कि तुमको नहीं जाना चाहिए था फ्रैक्सिडस के पास, तुमको नहीं पता क्या ये लोग कितना डेंजरस पब्लिक लोग हैं बोल के। वही वाला पार्ट चल रहा है। अब कंटिन्यू करते हैं।
You know, this is the second time you've said those words to me.
ओके, पिछले वाली रोवर भी शायद ऐसी ही झाड़ दी होगी लुक को। हम लोग का पिछले लाइफ वाली रोवर।
They got away again.
Oh, this looks nice. Look at this. Okay, give me a moment. हम इसको लाइव वॉलपेपर बना देंगे। Start record. Give me a moment. Just a bit. अरे ओके, हमको ऐसे ही रहना होगा। Let me read some chats then. यार कभी कभी सपना बहुत रियलिस्टिक होता है। कभी कभी रियलिस्टिक होता है मतलब बाकी टाइम क्या देखते हैं आप? हाँ ये स्टार्ट करते हैं। मैं ये क्लाउड गेमिंग पे खेल रहा हूँ तो FPS 10 तो FPS 10 FPS से 2 FPS से 10 स्विच होते हुए चलता है। क्वेस्ट करना बहुत मुश्किल लग रहा है। अरे टफ सैड। ओह वाह सही में काफ़ी प्रिटी है। इसको थोड़ा रिकॉर्ड करते हैं फिर एज यूजुअल वॉलपेपर इंजन में डाल देंगे वॉलपेपर लगाने के लिए। अभी करेंटली मेरा वॉलपेपर बोलने से इसको लगा के रखे हैं क्या तो HSR की एक कूल कैरेक्टर है। हमको राइडन शोगन क्यों याद आ रहा है? वेल उसका नाम भी राइडन ही है। राइडन बोसन मोरी में एक्रोन। उफ एक्रोन। हाँ एक्रोन का वॉलपेपर लगाया हुआ है। कुछ टाइम पहले ही चेंज किया। उससे पहले ओगस्ता का वॉलपेपर लगा के रखे थे। सैम रियलिस्टिक का मतलब रियल लाइफ क्या है सपना क्या है समझ नहीं आता। समझ गए। लाइक जी रहे हैं ना सपना में। मेक सेंस। सैम ओ नया कैरेक्टर। नया कैरेक्टर नहीं सैम अच्छा। ओके दिस शुड बी मोर देन एनफ। स्टॉप। लेकिन ये आग में जल क्यों रहा है?
If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time.
If I hadn't been so cautious, I could have taken care of them this time. Of them? Who? किसका बात कर रहा है ये?
I should send today's findings to her. It's been 2 years. I suppose I'm due for a report.
It's been 2 years. पिछले वाला रोवर का बात
Good.
कर रहा
You
है।
got the intel. Would have been a shame if I got myself killed for nothing. You want me to go to the High Roy? Why?
You got some work to do, man. Wow, ये आर्टवर्क अच्छा है। Can I take screenshot, please? No, I guess. कोई ना। He looks cool. And he looks young, kinda. या फिर हम ज़्यादा सोच रहे हैं, never mind.
There's evidence of their activity in the High Roy. I need you to keep an eye on things. And frankly, you need a break.
Now is not the right time.
You've already drawn enough attention. Do we really have to wait for you to get killed to decide it's the right time? How can a doctor save anyone else's life if he doesn't value his own? Keep pushing like this, and you'll be no different from them.
Not pulling any punches, are you?
Trust me, that's only the warm-up. The High Roy is a nice place, Luke. Bright, passionate students, beautiful snow. Perfect for slowing things down. Listen to me on this. Come.
He's beautiful. ये सच में बहुत प्रिटी है। सैड कि ये कलर ब्लाइंड है। So weird. Choyan is full blind, he's color blind. What the heck?
Very well. As you wish.
So I've led a leisurely life in the High Roy ever since. No need to worry. I know my limits.
Hey, past Roba.
Let's set aside the Fraxidus for now. we should discuss the Exostrider plan. But first, tell me what happened to you and Imeth in the Frostlands.
I wonder like पिछले वाली रोवर के साथ लुक का कैसा रिलेशनशिप डायनामिक रहा होगा नहीं सैम गेंशिन का नेक्स्ट स्पेशल प्रोग्राम बहुत अनएक्सपेक्टेड सरप्राइज और शॉकिंग होने वाला है ऐसा है क्या गेंशिन भी कवर करना है वो वारका का इवेंट चल रहा है वो स्टोरी कवर करेंगे एक्चुअली खुलने में टाइम लग रहा था 1-2 दिन का सो आई वाज लाइक वूवा का नहीं तो अगर खुला रहता ना तो एक ही साथ क्वेस्ट को कर लेते लेकिन डे बाय डे खुल रहा है बस लाइक वूवा को ही खेल लेते हैं ये आग में क्यों जल रहा है शायद इसने सोचा होगा आग में जलने से आग का पावर मिलेगा और दुनिया को जला देगा लाइक कैन यू इमेजिन ये मतलब स्पेक्ट्रो कैरेक्टर है हमको स्पेक्ट्रो एलिमेंट ना समझ नहीं आया ओके बाकी सब एलिमेंट सेंस बना रहा है स्पेक्ट्रो क्या है इज इट अर्थ लाइक गेंशिन टर्म में बोलने से निखिल हे हेलो वेलकम टू माय स्ट्रीम थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन Hey, you briefly recount to Luke the events in the Frostland. We all need really know what happened.
I see. Imeth, she. No wonder you're in such a state.
Yep, मेरी बेटी है वो so कुछ कर नहीं सकते I've got no choice.
I understand her reasons. She was fighting for her dream, for the High Roy in the only way she knew how. And I respect that. The fate she chose for herself. But I won't accept it. There's more I haven't tried. I'm not done fighting for her.
No.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to give up so easily. Now, about the Exostrider. It started with Space Trek Collective finding a giant solid-skin root network in Bjarter Woods. They identified it as the lid sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak.
Now about the Exostrider, it started with the Space Trek Collective finding a giant solid-skin root network in Bjarter Woods. They identified it as the lid sealing the Strider Gate, so to speak. Okay, cool.
It keeps the Thernodians' fractured forms sealed on both sides of the Strider Gate. Break it, and these forms will reunite. That wouldn't just spell the High Roy's doomsday, but the entire world.
Dang.
But the Collective still yearned to open that gateway, to explore the unknown. So, they created the Synchronists. The idea was to use augmented resonance to amplify the Exostrider's power, hoping that would keep the Thernodians suppressed. But lately, the Thernodians' attacks on the seal have been increasing. I'm afraid the Fraxidus is also getting ready to make a move. With the reactor core returned, all you need now is a little patience. Wait for the Exostrider to awaken. Then we can focus on how to use it to find Imeth. You were a synchronist in the Academy once before. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting you piloting access.
Okay. You were a synchronist. Makes sense. I'll speak with Lucilla about getting your piloting access. एक सेकेंड हम लोग का खुद का मेका होगा क्या? That would be so cool. That would be cool. Sam Sam, हाँ पता नहीं. Nikhil never thought that Wuva would make me addicted to its lore and lore expansion. वो तो है. कल like जो yapping हुआ हम लोगों का genuinely, to be honest, it was like it's just not yap, like genuinely हमको अच्छा लगा. Like ढेर सारा story recap हो गया, plus बहुत कुछ dots connect भी किए. It was कल का स्ट्रीम सच में बहुत कूल लगा हमको. We just yapped throughout the whole stream और थोड़ा सा स्टोरी खेले हम लोग. पर काफी लाइक रिविजिट किए क्या हुआ था एक्चुअली इस पैच से पहले. सो दैट इज नाइस. सैम, इमेजिन नेक्स्ट मैप एक्सपेंशन. मुझे क्या, मैं तो क्लाउड गेमिंग में खेलता हूँ. I दर्द. Nikhil, if I'm right, the web-worn phenomena has changed the laws and principle of Soul 3. Like it has changed the reality. The soul is replaced by frequency. Without frequency, you cannot live or exist. Oh, okay. लेकिन ये चीज़ कहाँ लिखा हुआ है? Like वेबसाइट में? लाइक कहीं तो ये इंफॉर्मेशन दिया होगा या फिर कोई ट्रेलर्स. एम आई मिसिंग समथिंग? वेल टू बी ऑनेस्ट, ट्रेलर से याद आया, हम बहुत ढेर सारा ट्रेलर कैच ऑन नहीं किए. लास्ट मूवी में किसका ट्रेलर देखे थे हम? डोंट रिमेम्बर. देखना होगा. लेट मी नो ये चीज़ आपको मतलब पता कहाँ से चला.
Then I'll wait for your news, Luke.
Certainly. But our immediate priority should be the Fraxidus. I have a feeling they're planning to sabotage our plans for the Exostrider.
Want. Nikhil, official page of Wuva in Google. Wuva likes to keep some information hidden from in-game. Oh, interesting. Okay. Cool.
Rover said she'd like to check on the Exostrider in the Frostlands before she left. Well, it could be a way to take her mind off things.
What do you mean by that? Wait, ये हम लोग को distract क्यों कर रहा है?
Now then.
Dr. Herson, is something the matter?
Lucilla. Hi.
Must you always assume the worst, Lucilla? Can't I just call to chat?
Hey. Nikhil, I did some research and it was shocking that Lahairoi was actually inspired by Norse mythology, like Septimon being inspired by Greek mythology. Oh, cool.
I find that highly unlikely, Doctor. Let's skip the preamble. What is it?
Rover.
So this is about Imeth. She was so tight-lipped with me about what happened in the Frostlands. Yet, she spoke to you.
I don't think हम लोग लूक को सब कुछ बताएं. Like सब कुछ डिटेल्स में बताना पॉसिबल भी नहीं है. हम लोग सरफेस लेवल में बस इन्फो दे दिए लूक को. क्या हुआ हम लोग के साथ?
Sitting on our hands won't fix anything. And she was willing to open up. If a friend runs into trouble, I'll naturally step in to listen.
Oh.
Besides, what I have to share today benefits the Academy. It could help us get ahead of a few potential issues.
Very well. Let's hear it then. Meet me at the Institute, the usual spot.
Okay. Secret dealings again. Nikhil, another day, another theory. I made another theory for real. This time it's about Exostrider and LF1 in possible depths. Dang man. आप इतना कुछ लिख रहे तो you should make a website. Legit website. Just make a website. And put everything there. I'm sure people will, would love to visit. लोग जरूर पढ़ेंगे, you know. Nikhil, Yuno's hair plus Cantarella's body plus Augusta's eye. Lucilla. Makes sense. Makes sense. She gives me Lisa vibes from Genshin Impact. Meet Lucilla at your usual spot. Okay, as Luke मिल रहा है ना. Hey, my man looks good.
Bullseye. Huh.
He looks so good.
Spinning. No, not now. I have to finish my thesis.
Hey there.
Oh, Dr. Herson, it's good to see you.
Ethan, you looked fine not long ago. What happened to you?
My thesis, my spot at the...
Hold on. I recall you coming by the infirmary with good news earlier. Something about an institute professor recruiting you for your top marks? Is this the price you have to pay for that? Careful. You might get talked out of the job over health issues.
No, I will get that position at the Institute. I'll crawl there if I have to. I'll come back from the dead if I die first.
What the heck?
Now you're just delirious. I know getting this opportunity wasn't easy. You can't exactly just ask for time off. Come by my office later. I'll write you a sick note. You can't run yourself like an exoswarm, thinking you'll recharge the moment the sun comes up. It's not how we humans work.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Good things are bound to come your way. This takes me back. I always got my best sleep passed out in your infirmary.
He needs some sleep. Okay, next. Oh my god. Direct जाने का रास्ता.
Let's see here.
Hello.
Ah, young Luke. What brings you to the Institute today?
Slacking of senior doctor? Okay.
Just here to discuss something with someone. How have your shifts been treating you these past few months?
Not bad. You know, these researchers, getting them in for a checkup is like pulling their teeth. I have to hunt them down myself. What do you say we grab a drink after my shift? The meal plans here are all nutritional efficiency. Taste like chewed up cardboard.
What the heck?
Of course. Why don't I show you that scout drone model I just finished while we're at it?
You work fast. You really do enjoy that sort of tinkering.
Taking things apart and putting them back together again is quite stress relieving. It's a nice way to unwind after a day's work.
So, what do you say we sneak over to Rogan's place when we get a minute and liberate the cannon barrel from that precious bot of his? We can put it back after he's had a good meltdown.
I'd rather not be an accomplice to that. It's unethical. And I can't believe you're still holding a grudge over that fish he stewed behind your back.
Continue onward. Oh, Lucilla. She looks nice.
Have a seat, Doctor.
Oh my god, she looks so good. What the heck? Full blown Lisa vibes. But much more sexier. You know what I mean? Yeah. Should I take a video of this too? Wait, I should, I guess. अच्छी लग रही है. Let's give it a couple of moments. My bad. Nikhil, it took me a lot of time and research in digging information. Okay, here comes the Lahai-Roy's Ragnarok theory. Oh my god. Nikhil, LF1, the Trinodian of ontology. When though we don't know much, there's actually a boatload of estimated guessing and speculations that we can do from the details that we do know and we do have. And there is a lot to talk about. LF1 or Roya tribe, term of LF1 as Hevdrugar and the Ragnarok theory of Lahai-Roy. अच्छा, बहुत कुछ जो चीज़ Lahai-Roy में है को रिलेट कर सकते हैं, राइट? Norse mythology से. Okay, so far let's talk about what we know by now in game. For the one, we know that the Trinodian designated LF1 utilizes the Void Stone to erase the existence of entities from the memories and existence, while Jinjo Trinodian Overthrax is themed as the Trinodian of War, and Rinasita's Trinodian is themed as the Trinodian of Assimilation. On the other hand, LF1 is a Trinodian of Ontology, or more specifically of existence in itself. What does assimilation mean? Okay, this should be enough. किधर? Stop. Oh, assimilation. Assimilation का क्या मतलब? Assimilation. Assimilation is the process of becoming similar to something else, involving the absorption of idea, people, nutrients. Okay. Combination बोल सकते हैं, in short. Cool. Ontology, or more specifically existence itself. We have already gotten some reference to famous people who have studied ontology before, such as Professor Anselm, who is named after Anselm of Canterbury, who analyzed ontology of God within the Proslogion. When we look at the name of LF1, we can see some interesting links to Imith. Another interesting name popped up in 3.0. The gist of it is that when you erase the first letter, Aleph, or the Hebrew word math, you transform the meaning from divine truth, aka Imith, to death. Emeth. What the? Is because the Hebrew letter A, which is the first letter of the alphabet, is symbolic of the beginning and God's creation. If there is no beginning, then there is only death, only non-existence. And this leads me to another aspect of Vuva as well that I've been mulling over for a long time. Within Yuno's story, we were introduced to the dimension of chaos, which interestingly has never been mentioned after the patch 2.7. According to grandmother Lilibeth, chaos dimension is place of totality of everything, of all causes and effects. This links to Greek mythology, which of course Septimon draws heavily from, where a state of chaos also exists. At the beginning of the world, there existed nothing from which everything emerged in the world began. While chaos is oftentimes seen as a word of nothing, It is also paradoxically everything at the same time because everything has to emerge from it. It is a state of totality of infinity of every possibility. मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया इस चीज को प्रोसेस करते करते. It is state of totality of infinity of every possibility. Dang. Which the world emerges from. If we consider this plane of chaos as essentially a beginning of where the world emerges from, then our previous theory of Aleph being a Hebrew character symbolizes the beginning and creation begins to fall into place. Perhaps the Trinodian Aleph 1 actually erased the existence of entities by plunging them into chaos or some sort of state where they have not existed. Considering that the Star Touch Academy can track that Aleph 1 doesn't share the same source of other Trinodians, and it can take the shape of a black hole entity, it's very likely that it exists either in space or some other separate plane of being, such as chaos. This also lines up with the ominous radio message which we get in Honami City in 2.8. Perhaps what is meant when the universe has rejected us is that existence and being itself can no longer be maintained. It's a very interesting thing to think about it. However, this is only Star Touch Academy perspective. When we first talked to Miss Voss in 3.0, there's a single law panel that gives us a massive amount of information about not just Lahai-Roy's Trinodian but also the Exostrider. And the wider 3.0 story within it, we are introduced to the Royan Trine myth, where we can very clearly see that the way the Roya see the Exostrider and the Trinodian LF1 is inspired by Norse mythology and Ragnarok. हम उतना जानते नहीं है. ग्रीक mythology थोड़ा थोड़ा, नॉर्स mythology उतना नहीं. बस कुछ कैरेक्टर्स का नाम पता है, बट डिटेल्स हमको कुछ उतना पता नहीं है. हम चेकआउट करना होगा. The battle that will end the world. Within it, Exostrider is known as Balder, which is very interesting already as it links the real Balder, the son of Odin. Is not as fascinating as what Roya called the Lahai-Roy's Trinodian LF1 being Hebdrugar, which in real life is translation of an alternative name of Norse god, which we may have been very familiar with. Loki. Oh, okay. I get what they're doing. ये लोग incorporate कर रहा है, like space, थोड़ा सा स्पेस थ्योरी इनकॉर्पोरेट किया, फिर उसके बाद नॉर्स मैथोलॉजी इनकॉर्पोरेट किया, नेम ऑब्वियसली चेंज कर दिया ये लोग, और कुछ कुछ शायद खुद का भी डाल रहा है ये लोग. दे आर कुकिंग लोर वाइज, दे आर कुकिंग. ऑब्वियसली हर स्टोरी का इंस्पिरेशन तो है भी जनरेट नहीं होता है. इट वॉज कल्मिनेशन ऑफ एवरी information they have gathered so far, whether it be religion, philosophy, बहुत कुछ जो भी हो सकता है. Now Loki is a god of chaos and cunning, and considering that he does not have single form but can basically become or take on anything, we can already see some links to what we talked about in regards to LF1 being totality, infinity and chaos. While I'm not very mathematically inclined, LF1 seems to symbolize with the smallest and uncountable infinity within said theory. Regardless, what also very interesting is that the Roya in same passage believe that the Exostrider Balder and the Trinodian LF1 Hebdrugar is destined to fight in a grand apocalyptic battle. This is very obviously oh my god, तोतला क्यों रहे हैं पता है. This is very obviously a reference to Ragnarok, a series of events in Norse mythology that lead to the end of the world. Now Ragnarok is a bit of a contentious topic, but for the sake of understanding, I'll be using the version within the Voluspa in Poetic Edda within it. What is that? Is it some kind of poem now? Baldur's Death is one of the first event that kickstarts Ragnarok, which seems to foreshadow that something very ominous is going to be happening with the Exostrator. We know that currently the Exostrator is slumbering, but also pinning down the Threnodian LF1 or have Drugar with its sword. If Baldur the Exostrator were to die or lose its grip in some way, then that would mean that the LF1 Hevdrugar aka Loki would essentially escape containment, wreaking havoc. सब chaos मच जाएगा, true. And starting the wavering waves equivalent of Ragnarok, it's very likely as well that this is the Fraxidas' entire plan. Oh my god, Fraxidas को दुनिया खत्म करना है, it seems. खुद के साथ भी. What the heck? To place more substance on this reference, if we are to compare Ragnarok to the events happening in Lahairoi, then there is one more thing that really stands out within the Veluspa. Jormungandr. What's that? Loki's child, okay, and the world serpent begins to act strangely. World serpent. Mythology का पाथ होगा, maybe. पाथ बोल रहे, part. Thrashing about in the ocean and reaching land, being another one of the famous signals that Ragnarok is beginning. If you think about it a little, it's actually quite clear that the void worm that we confront in 3.0, which begins to act abnormally and try to attack the Star Touch Academy, is Jormungandr. Okay, मतलब जो चीज abnormally attack कर रहा था, उसका nature similar to Jormungandr है. Okay, just like how Jormungandr is the child of Loki, the void worm is being created by LF1, the Threnodian. And as we know now, Loki, the catastrophe it causes in 3.1 is essentially the beginning in the end of times. Being Ragnarok, meaning the Ragnarok had already started in 3.0 in Linus Quest. अच्छा, वो जो एक giant entity आया था वो ना. Okay. There are more references to Norse mythology around the map of Lahairoi that points towards this. For example, the Royan people around the map constantly talk about the world above with great reverence, talking about how their ancestors were banished underground. अच्छा, आइसलैंड ना, आइसलैंड क्यों बोले, फ्रॉस्ट मैन. ओह, where was I again? Oh my god, there's too much. हम scroll कर गए, what the heck? कहाँ थे हम? Okay, मिल गया. Slow down, man, slow down. I can't catch up. In Norse mythology, the world is made up of 9 levels that are all connected through the world tree known as Yggdrasil. Okay. World tree. Cool. With humans living in a place called Midgard. Midgard was formed from the body of the giant Ymir, whose corpse formed trees, mountains, rivers, plains, and whatnot. And we can see that Lahairoi is built of Exostrator's body with the echoes of the region, the solar skin, and the reactor drive that make up the underground ecosystem like the Beather Woods possible is basically an analog of the giant Ymir. Okay. The Exostrator's sword, which pierces from the Roya Frostland above through Lahairoi and goes even deeper to pin down the Threnodian LF1 underground, is basically the same as Norse mythology. किधर गया? Norse mythology world tree, Yggdrasil. The Trinodian LF1's chaos dimension we talked about before may even be linked to one of the 9 worlds in Norse mythology. Being Helheim. Sounds like hell. The land of dead, obviously. On lowest level of Yggdrasil. While the world above being the Roya Frostland, we can guess with the Exostrator is most likely an analog of Asgard, where the god such as Balder resides. Okay, जगह का नाम है. If we take the Exostrator's sword as Yggdrasil, the world tree, then one of the first thing that happens in Ragnarok is actually Yggdrasil being damaged because of dragon Nidhogger. Okay. Begins to chew at its roots. This is followed by terrible things happening in Midgard, which we have already talked about with the Void Worm, or aka Jormungandr in Lahairoi, before eventually the fight reaches the world above, or Asgard, Roya Frostland in Ruba, where the climatic battle of Ragnarok concludes within Wuthering waves. This probably means that Ragnarok begins with rumbling in Midgard. That is Lahairoi. Okay. Been the Voidworm incident before something underground happens, with the roots of Yggdrasil probably being, for an example, the underground Trinodian LF1 slipping out from the... I missed it. किधर थे हम again? Slipping out from the Exostrator's sword before the final climatic battle happens in Asgard, or the Roya Frostland above Lahairoi. It's something that seems to already be in motion. When you look around the law of Lahairoi, it's very clear that the current status is unstable. It's been mentioned that the current amount of Exoswarm is not enough to properly repair the Exostrator, that the equilibrium of it spinning down the Trinodian LF1 is undeniable. What's undeniable mean? Undeniable. ये तो undeniable. What the heck? हाँ, undeniable का मीनिंग तो नहीं दिखा रहा है, undeniable दिखा रहा है. बता. कोई ना रहने दो. Where was I again? हम बार बार हेरा जा रहे हैं. कहाँ पर थे हम? हाँ, although many of the law entries are redacted based on what we have gone for now, it seems to be mentioned that the opening of some sort of chaos dimension. Chaos, अरे किधर गया? With the Trinodian LF1 aka Loki alongside it is inevitable regardless of whether the entrance is open by the Academy or by the Trinodian LF1 themselves. अच्छा, स्ट्राइडर गेट का बात हो रहा है क्या ये? Okay. And this all matches up, as we know already, that symbolically one of the essential steps of Ragnarok is Balder, the Exostrider or the Exostrider's supposed death. However, if we look further within the Voluspa Ragnarok, there is a slight silver lining at the end of Ragnarok. Balder, who is symbolically linked to Exostrider, doesn't actually die. He escapes the land of dead, Helheim, governed by Loki's daughter Hel, and is effectively resurrected by the end of Ragnarok. So, while these are all, of course, just theories and speculation, it seems almost set in stone that something terrible is going to happen to Exostrider, aided by perhaps what the Fraxidas are doing in Lahairoi. That results in Exostrider's death and the beginning of Ragnarok, and the breaking out of the LF1 within its realm of chaos. However, after facing more of LF1, Hevdrugas, monster, perhaps being inspired by Loki's actual children in Norse mythology, being Jormungandr, the world serpent, or Voidstorm क्यों बोल रहे हैं? Void worm in Wuba, Fenrir, the wolf, and Hel, the goddess of death. It seems that the Exostrider will eventually face LF1, Hevdrugar, in a battle to the death before perhaps being revived. It's definitely some interesting thing in store for Lahairoi. It seemed that the Trinodian LF1, otherwise known as Hevdrugar or Loki, has already begun to make its move to start the chain of Ragnarok. Dang, मतलब ये लोग मतलब वूवा टेप्स वाले नॉर्स माइथोलॉजी में जो स्टोरी चल रहा था उसके साथ उस पैटर्न में चल रहा है सब कुछ, बस नाम चेंज हो गया और काफ़ी कुछ थीम्स ऐड कर दिया गया, लाइक टाइम स्पेस व्हाट नॉट. Cool. Sounds cool. Okay. That was nice, Nikhil, but I would still insist make a website. Post all this thing on that website, like please. Like genuinely लोग read करना चाहेंगे ये सब चीज़. You can do that. You got this. Just do it. Nikhil, that's what I know right now. Oh, by the way, I just found out something interesting about LF1. His name is classification of mathematical reference to a set of infinite numbers that you cannot comprehend or count. Yikes, I'm bad at math, so never mind. Basically, it's uncountable, you cannot measure it. It's like infinity that cannot be measured, and beyond that, LF1 exists on whole different dimension. For a short example, if Solaris 3 universe is 3D dimension, then LF1 is likely on 4D 5D dimension. अच्छा, high dimensional character है. Should I say character? नहीं, character नहीं बोलना चाहिए, entity बोलना चाहिए. And Ishmael from Punishing Grey Raven is from a higher dimension that LF1. So lore wise, Ishmael can very easily defeat LF1. Ishmael has idol of a literally star formation, a cloud of matter and gas, then it condenses and forms a star, then it reaches. अच्छा, वो हाथ से जो तोड़ती है ना ये Ishmael, that was a black hole, right? It's red giant phase where they are at the phase of dying. Then that hypergiant red star explodes and becomes stellar mass black hole. Oh, by the way, if LF1 exists on whole another dimension, higher dimension, then it could mean that LF1 being a black hole is just a manifestation of real LF1 on different higher dimension. Oh my, हे भगवान, इसको कैसे डिफीट कर. हाय हाय, अमित कहाँ फंस गई रे, हम लोग की बेटी कहाँ फंस गई. व्हाट द हेक. ओह माय गॉड, जितना थ्योरी सुन रहे हैं ना उतना लाइक इस एंटिटी को डिफीट करने का पॉसिबिलिटी माइनस में जा रहा है. जीरो कब का पहुंच गया था, माइनस में जा रहा है. To put it in a simple sense, LF1's event horizon, which is replaced by its eye, is just a manifestation of true form. And real LF1, that's also how PGR Ishmael operates, through making her own manifestation in lower dimensions such as of PGR MC Commandment. Okay, interesting. Which LF1 we saw in Solaris 3 universe is just an eyeball, a part of face of LF1 true form in higher. Hey Bhagwan, can we even defeat this entity? Like what the heck? Possibility level impossible. पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, लाइक पॉसिबल का पी भी नहीं है. ये तो कैसे करने वाले हैं हम लोग. लाइक इन्फिनिट अमाउंट ऑफ मैथमेटिशियन लोग को भी लेके आएंगे ना, तब भी नहीं होगा. क्या होगा. लाइक What the heck? चीज चीज वर्ड्स होता जा रहा है, जितना सुन रहे हैं वर्ड्स होता जा रहा है और कॉम्प्लेक्स हो रहा है चीज. Dang. Okay, let's continue. How long did we yap again? How long? कितना टाइम हुआ है? 25 minutes it seems. Cool.
Shame. I thought she would come with you.
Oh, she looks nice. Let's continue with Madam Lucilla. एक second, Madam है ना Professor है. Professor है it seems नहीं?
She's been here before, but things are different now. I prefer not to have her tangled in the collective's trivial matters.
Fair enough. But I'm not like those stubborn old goats you're used to dealing with. I don't chase after pride or rank. All I care about is Star Torch Academy.
Okay. Nikhil, why is Vova making that kind of antagonist? ये इस point में वो antagonist तो नहीं है. Like, he's death. और कुछ नहीं बोल सकते. He's death. Antagonist तो पीछे रह गया ये चीज. It's pure death. Finality, final death. Death के बाद वाला death. Makes sense. हम sense नहीं बना रहे.
Now go on. Give me the highlights, Dr. Herson.
Highlights about what? Nikhil, they show what? They should realize that it's Vova, not PGR. Well, सुन के अच्छा लगा कि like PGR जैसा ही ये लोग स्केल रखा है. जैसे आप इस्माइल कैरेक्टर को एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, वो कैरेक्टर डोप, लाइक हाई लेवल की टॉप कैरेक्टर है. लोर वाइज बोलने से आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट हर, बट शी साउंड सो कूल. शायद उसका गेम प्ले भी देखे थे ना फ्यू स्ट्रीम्स बैक. या शी इज कूल.
The Fraxidus. I understand. I'll keep a closer watch.
Her eyes are pretty. काफी यूनिक कॉम्बिनेशन है. पिंक पर्पल.
As for piloting the Exostrider, if she is capable, that's fine by me. The Research Institute will see to the preparations. That said, we can't ignore the risks that come with opening the Strider Gate. I have someone in mind who can help. But first, let me have a quick word with her.
रोवर से क्या बात करेगी?
The Threnodian concerns every one of us at Lahairoi. I'll handle the board as you've asked. You focus on her and the matters here on campus.
Okay.
Thank you for understanding, Lucilla. President.
Oh, president, not professor. My bad.
Our conversation went more smoothly than I expected. I thought you might think I had a hidden agenda.
अब लुक सस लग रहा है. Well, he's not a sus character, but he's more of mysterious kind.
As a thank you, care for some candy?
इसको भी लुसीला को भी ऑफर, हम लोग को भी ऑफर किया था. ये सबको कैंडी ऑफर करता है. हाँ, डायबिटीज हो जाएगा पगले.
I'll pass. I'm well aware of your candy outreach program across campus. I've had my fill of sweets over the years.
ये सबके साथ ऐसा करता है. Makes sense.
As for what you said earlier, I've been here long enough to know exactly who you are.
Oh. ये अजीब साउंड किया. What the heck?
Thanks to your efforts in uncovering those moles, the Academy is safer, and we have far fewer headaches to worry about.
He sounds reliable.
What truly surprised us was your choice to stay all these years and become one of Lahai-Roy's steadfast guardians.
Oh, I'm just glad the president doesn't see me as some busybody.
क्या चल रहा है ये?
You're the right kind of busybody. The kind we're happy to have.
Nice dynamic, I guess.
A friend of mine sold me on this place. Went on and on about the beautiful snow and the bright, passionate students. Convinced me to come.
Our past self.
But when I actually got here, nothing like the brochure she described. Turns out, 8 out of 10 staff members were planted here by different factions. Our students dream of reaching the stars, all while living in a gilded cage. Meanwhile, we have Roya dealing in exoswarm parts and colluding with new Federation smugglers. I know that these students aren't fools. They're the best minds from across the nations. If even I can see what's going on, how could they be blind to it? It's their ideals, their hope for the future that lets them endure the ugly realities of this place without becoming cynical. I only came to Lahai-Roy because a friend recommended it. But now...
Now?
Now you've grown to like it here, right?
She's so pretty. Give me a moment. Start recording. No. Nikhil, there's a Kartithya-like character in PGR too, but only in terms of Holy Maiden. And she also has 2 forms. Well, not her 2 physical forms, but her combat form. It's Bianca. Crepuscule. Does it ring any bell? Yes, sir. Red hair character. I can be wrong. हम जिसको याद कर रहे वही है क्या? I can be wrong. You know what? In Wuva's YouTube channel, they released a short video of Luke making dish. So peak, so much fan service. Oh my god. Oh भाई साहब, लुक को फैन सर्विस बना दिया. लाइक बिना मतलब का हैंड ग्लव खोल के. हम सिलेंडर क्यों बोलने जा रहे थे? मेरा दिमाग इंजेक्शन को रोली पोली कर रहा है, इधर उधर टॉस कर रहा है. वो वाला एनिमेशन सच में लाइक सेंस नहीं बनाया. लाइक हैंड ग्लव्स खोलने का क्या नेसेसिटी था? वो गर्ल players are already smitten with him. Some even did his CC. Oh my god. चलो सेल्स अच्छा चल रहा है. Okay, this should be enough. Stop.
Yes, same as you, Madam President. An urgent transmission from Nana. If you'll excuse me.
Dr. Hurd said there was a break-in at the infirmary.
I है तो for हुआ बता है.
Nivora's being kidnapped by the one we previously detained, Warren.
निवोरा को क्यों किडनैप किया? नहीं ऐसे पता नहीं. एनपीसी है ना 4-star कैरेक्टर. She was kind of sus नहीं? पिछले स्टोरी क्वेस्ट में, इसके पिछले वाले पैच में. She was kind of sus.
What is your status? Are you severely damaged?
No need to worry. Just need time to repair.
Understood. Prioritize damage control after this call. Notify the Academy's security department. It'll take time for them to respond. I'll go after Warren. Which direction did he take her?
Received message from the Academy. They're heading towards the Sky Arc space station in the Frostlands.
It's the Court of Savante space station she and I discovered before.
I'm on my way. Warren has escaped. He's taken a student and is heading for one of the debris fields in the Frostlands.
What do you plan to do?
I'm going after him. I'd like you to set up a perimeter there to cut off his escape and prevent any further risks to the Academy.
You want me to secure a perimeter while you go in alone to handle Warren?
I have a hypothesis. One I'd like to verify by myself.
Oh, he sounds angry.
Very well. Your track record warrants it. Go, Dr. Herson. I'll expect good news.
ओह, पता नहीं ऐसे क्यों फील हो रहा है ये क्वेस्ट क्लिफहैंगर में छोड़ेगा ये लोग. Nikhil, players are saying that the true waifu of 3.1 is actually Luke, not Imith. True waifu. Oh my god. Yeah. True waifu. Yeah, makes sense. Imith तो हम लोग की बेटी निकली so. We getting our pilot mecha 2. साउंड तो वैसे ही कर रहा है नहीं. हम लोगों को प्रेसिडेंट लुसीला अब एक्सेस देगी. अच्छा ये क्वेस्ट करने का लाइक जरूरत था. क्या चीज के लिए तो एक्सेस मांग रहा था नहीं जब वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट कर रहे थे. तो इस क्वेस्ट का वेट कर रहा था या फिर कोई साइड क्वेस्ट रहा होगा पता नहीं. सो वियर्ड. अचानक से दिमाग में आया. Oh my god. लुक करेगा क्या अगर कोई फ्रैक्सिडस दिखा भी तो क्या मारपीट शुरू कर देगा ना क्या. I don't think so. I don't think Luke is kind of character like जो like सीधा जंग में उतर जाए. वो ऑब्जर्व करेगा ये लोग क्या कर रहा है क्या खिचड़ी पका रहा है. Let's go. Yep.
Why now?
What about Nivora? Like ये क्या कैरेक्टर है तब से like पिछले क्वेस्ट से like she is so sus.
That's clear.
Enter the Sky Arc space station. Nikhil, maybe we're gonna pilot Exostrider in 3.2. हो सकता है. That would be cool. NGL. Sky Arc space station. Continue onward, gather intel.
I know you've been here before. Take me to the data room. Now!
अरे ये बंदा.
Oh, okay. I'll do anything you say.
ये बंदा किडनैप किया जो हम लोग से भिड़ रहा था कुछ
They're heading
क्वेस्ट
deeper
पहले.
into the station. Is there someplace we haven't discovered yet?
डांस करने वाला एनिमी. लेट्स गो.
Right on schedule.
I am the vessel.
Imbalance ends here. Game over. Split in form.
That's clear.
Continue in pursuit of Warren. क्या चाहिए इस बंदा को? What?
The researchers the Academy stationed here. 2 with gunshot wounds, but still alive. And this one? No vitals.
He dead. Okay. Luke stops to administer basic first aid.
Their bleeding stopped. I should keep going after Warren.
हाँ ये चीज मिस होता है ना, खराब लगता है seriously. Pursue Warren. You guys be okay. Oh my god, अभी गिरेंगे सोच रहा था.
Right on schedule.
Let's go, Luke.
Time to incise. I am the vessel. Huh. Gotcha. I deliver merciful death. Blink, and agony ends. Split in form.
करना क्या है इसको? Oh.
Spatial anomalies. Did someone reactivate the Skyarc system?
I'll get out of Lahai, Roy. Out of this cursed place.
Oh, इसको यहाँ से बाहर निकलना है. Warren को.
It appears Warren's taken Navora to the data room we visited earlier.
लेकिन ये हम लोग क्या पकड़ के चल रहे हैं बता.
The path is blocked. It's those error modules again. I should use the adapter.
Oh.
It's cleared. Gotta keep moving.
क्या एरिया है ये? Looks cool.
Almost there. Now, moment of truth.
What the? Nikhil, Genshin Impact, new blonde hair male character Varka and Vuva's new blonde male character Luke to Varka. We are blonde husbandos. होता है. वार्का को पुल करेंगे सोच रहे थे. He was nice, but मेरे पास enough ample animo characters है इसलिए हम पुल नहीं किए. मेरे पास इलेक्ट्रो कैरेक्टर नहीं था इसलिए I pulled for Luke. Luke बोल रहे छी. Flames. Well, this quest is gonna surprise you, so keep continuing. I'm going to bed for beauty sleep. Just take care and rest well. Good night, sweet dreams. May you have great day ahead of you in advance. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you so much for tuning in, Nikhil. Have a good night.
I brought the student, just like you asked. So, you... Where are you? Lahai Roy was just a minor setback. I'm still useful. I still have work in the new Federation. I still...
Oh, ये Fraxidus वाला बंदा है. Okay. Hey.
Stop hiding! Say something!
Don't kill her.
You! That doctor who's always watching.
Oh, he looks cool. Well, Fraxidus का नाम सुन के अब तो खून खोल रहा होगा. Look का.
You've reached a dead end, Warren. Don't you see that?
Oh my god.
Skylark's
bye.
data room. There must be a reason. Was that just impulse? Or perhaps... Yeah. Split in form. Return to silence! Huh. Gotcha. Hit! I bestow eternal peace.
Oh.
Dr. Harrison! Warren, is he?
वो तो उधर बेहोश पड़ा है.
He's only unconscious. Everything's okay, Navora. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's just that he struck me in the back of the neck. It really hurts. I'm really scared.
It's okay. Don't force yourself to hold it in. After a shock like that, it's much better if you let it out. Keeping it bottled up is stressful in itself.
She's kind of sus. वो इस पेन को क्यों देख रही थी यार? I'm not sure वो पेन है या क्या है.
Take your time. Tell me what happened when you're ready.
Okay. I'll try. I need a moment.
Then rest here for now. I'll go check on Warren.
I fell asleep on the hospital bed. When I woke up and opened my eyes, Warren was pointing a gun at my head. He was frantic, grilled me non-stop about Skyark, and when he found out I'd been to the station before, he forced me to bring him.
एक सेकंड, ये गन उठाने वाली है क्या?
Wait! Those researchers by the door!
One of them didn't make it. The other two are still alive.
Uh-oh.
I see. As for what else happened, I don't really remember.
ये गन क्यों उठा रही है? हेलो?
That's all right. I've already formed a rough theory about his motives now. You should rest, Navora. We'll handle things from here.
Is that so? Then, Dr. Herson, care to share your theory?
Oh no. Betrayal.
Oh, Doctor. How mean. Is that any way to treat a student?
I'm afraid identity theft is not in the curriculum. Isn't that right, Grand Architect of the Fraxidus? Since you insist on playing the student, I'll offer a lesson. It takes two to play a game.
My. Played me for a fool, didn't you? I was going to kill you for a little one-on-one time with Rover. Shame.
What the actual heck? हम लोग लास्ट खारॉन का कब देखे थे? At the end of रीना सीता's story quest, right? Dang. खारॉन खुद पर्सनली यहाँ घूम फिर रहा है दूसरों का आइडेंटिटी लेकर. हाय हाय. That was unexpected. Oh. তাতে ভাইও হ্যালো দিদি কেমন আছেন? হ্যালো তুমি বলো কেমন আছো? Welcome to my stream. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Regrettable that you evaded what was meant for you.
Oh my god, करण का आवाज हम भूल गए थे. उस टाइम भी सेक्सी लगा था लेकिन सेक्सी विलन खारॉन.
But it's okay. Uncle Warren's dead. Nice and clean.
ये लोग मार दिया क्या? What the heck? এই চলতেছে. Okay. Cool.
Being caught out in the open, and still he thought he could just vanish from La Hyroi and get away with this fiasco. The naivety is remarkable.
Devoted watcher.
Anyway, I got back what I wanted too, so I'm a happy girl.
What the heck? कब ले लिए? ये तो लुक के पास था.
On my way here, I kept wondering why you acted so quickly. Didn't fit your usual style of staying in character until the very end. Just as I thought. You were after this pen.
Ah, yes, my precious. I couldn't find it anywhere, so it was you who took it from me. This is the first time someone's taken something from me. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. When did you begin to suspect?
पिछले क्वेस्ट से पिछले पार्ट से like she was so sus. Makes sense. She's too cute. हमको लगा ये कोई 4-star character होगी. Sad.
If you must know, my suspicions began to deepen during our last visit to the space station, when you feigned that injury. Your acting had been flawless, Grand Architect. But even you cannot mimic what you don't understand. Death itself.
Oh.
To an immortal like you, no matter how many times you die, it's just another lost identity. And I happen to have seen you die before.
My father. Yikes. For some reason, he looks mad. I mean, architect looks mad. ये क्या मरने का कोशिश कर रहा है ना क्या? Something like that.
Oh? Is this why you've had your eye on me all this time?
Okay, no, never mind. ज़्यादा ही deep चले गए थे.
Let me think. Oops. Can't seem to remember. My bad. My real favorite things are the ones that are really old and far, far away.
हम लोग को ऐसा क्यों देख रही है? What the heck? Do we know each other?
But you're something special, Dr. Herson. You're the first person in forever to ever come this close. Without you, the game in the Hyroi would be so boring. So, you get prizes. And I promise, it's right up your alley. Now, for the first one. At the upcoming new solar celebration, among all the lovely students, stands a member of the Fractsidus.
Uh-oh.
I'm so looking forward to that child's performance.
Telling us this doesn't do your spy any good.
But that's what makes it fun! It's a cat and mouse game. The mouse needs to know the cat is coming, or how else will it run fast enough on its little wheel? To win, you just have to be the hunter. And if you do end up catching that child, that just proves they were useless anyway.
That was only the first. What's the next one?
The next prize is right here in this data room. You're so smart, Dr. Herson. I bet you've already figured it out, no? I had so much fun on this little trip to the Sky Arc. So, how did you feel seeing the etheric sea? Oh, home sweet home. Your faraway home. The one you can never, ever go back to.
Uh-oh.
Leading you there wasn't all for nothing. The look on your face was the sweetest treat. Let's be sure to have more fun like this in the future. Until next time, you two. I wish you a pleasant past, present, and future.
Why did you stop me? You think we couldn't have stopped her here?
What the heck? पता था cliffhanger में छोड़ेगा ये लोग.
Yes. My goal was to gather intelligence, not apprehend the Fractsidus' grand architect.
That would be way too risky, no?
When we dug up my father's empty grave, I realized that it is no simple feat to find an immortal who leaves no trail.
Oh my... ये अपना बाप का graveyard खोद कर देखा. There's nothing. Makes sense.
The grand architect may appear to act on a whim, but in my observation, that playfulness is just another layer of disguise. There's a purpose behind it.
चीजों को vague रखने के लिए, I guess, ताकि लोगों को समझ ना आए ये architect next क्या करने वाला है. Makes sense.
When Nana called earlier, something felt off. Warren is a researcher himself. Why would he need to take a student hostage to investigate a debris field?
वही तो, उसको तो सब कुछ पता रहना चाहिए पहले से.
Even if he did, breaking into the infirmary and letting Nana send a distress call was a sloppy strategy. Of course I'd be the first person she contacted.
So that's why you called me afterwards. I did hear Navor say you've had her in the infirmary all this time. You were keeping an eye on her then.
I was waiting for her to show her hand. Until then, it was all speculation. I needed to see her end the act to be sure.
Oh, मतलब लूक भी एक्ट कर रहा था. इसको पहले से ही नहीं बुरा, like पहले से, इसके पहले वाला क्वेस्ट से ही सस लग रही थी. Okay.
Immortal, 1,000 faces. We've managed to gather quite a bit of intel on the Grand Architect. If I'm not mistaken, there should be something more important hidden in this room. Otherwise, she wouldn't have called it a prize.
Okay, head deeper into the data room.
These are the personnel files from the Skyark space station. This lettering. Do you recall the lead researcher on the Etheric Sea Initiative? The one we saw in the hologram during our first visit?
Nope.
Professor Junshi.
Yes. During his lecture, he mentioned a scholar who had just joined the project, Wei Ying, but his introduction was cut short. I've found that scholar's record in the system, and her name. The letters of this name are a perfect match with those engraved on that pen.
Are you saying that scholar is the Grand Architect?
According to these records, the Etheric Sea Initiative was stalled due to a lack of funding until she joined. Then, it was pushed back on track. Her involvement influenced the CSC's decision on this project. But everything else about her birthplace, employment history, or academic background is missing.
Sounds like another identity borrowed by the Grand Architect.
Indeed. It seems we've just traced this thousand-faced individual back to an even earlier point in Solaris' history. These records also show Wei Ying took great interest in the CSC and Etheric Sea Initiative during that period. That must be why she infiltrated the Skyark space station.
The universe. What secrets is it hiding behind all those infinite stars? I really want to know.
And about that footage... No need to explain. The fewer people who know about your secret, the better. It just occurred to me that this wasn't a coincidence. If her goal in the past involved you, then it's something to keep in mind on your journey ahead.
The Etheric Sea. That might have been my entry point to Solaris after leaving my distant homeland. Wei Ying was interested in the Etheric Sea before its planet-wide spread. Did she want to use it as a medium to reach somewhere beyond? I will. Given her nature, it's only a matter of time before we meet again. The more she appears, the more she gives away. If she enjoys playing games, then it means she'll follow some rules at least. Otherwise, she'd die of boredom.
Exactly. And as I've said before, sometimes style, personal taste, and ambition can be more revealing than intended. The Fraxidus has more than one base in Solaris, and I'm far from the only one with a grudge or an interest in their activities. Until now, the Grand Architect has been like a reflection in water. She never appears as her own person, only by the faces of the already dead. But now, her fascination with what lies beyond all those infinite stars is a thread we can pull. We can start identifying which schemes bear her signature. And the Court of Savante, since our Grand Architect has taken interest in them before, a trip to Mengzhou may be worth a visit.
The Court of Savante was active in Mengzhou?
Just a rumor. They say a city was built there under their direction. There may be clues there. As for the new Federation, you'll likely end up there eventually if you plan to counter the Fraxidus' operations in the future. But not now. Things are too complicated over there, and they handle resonators differently. Even with the Black Shore's backing, going in unprepared would be serious risk.
I'll be cautious. Before Navora, did you find any other traces of this grand architect in the Hyroi?
Yes. There is this one thing, but it's only speculation. About how Imeth disappeared. From what you told me, she died from overclocking trying to stop the Threnodian over a decade ago.
Yep.
After that incident, the Academy detected cracks on the Threnodian seal in the depths of Biarter Woods. The damage seemed intentional.
Oh. Okay. सील टूटने से तो गड़बड़ है.
You mean...
I believe it was the Grand Architect who damaged the seal, and that led to Imeth's death.
Oh my. Okay, now things getting personal. Charon, be ready. अब गुस्सा आ रहा है हम लोग को. मतलब ये नेचुरल सेट ऑफ कॉज एंड इफेक्ट नहीं था. खारन का भी हाथ था अमित का मरने का. जीज, ये मेरे हाथों मरेगा किसी एक दिन.
Lucila's people will handle things here now. We should leave.
लेकिन कैसे? खारन तो इमोर्टल है भगवान.
To where?
कहाँ जाए हम लोग?
Let's go clear our minds. You shouldn't sit with this alone.
I should sit with this alone. What do you mean by that? कितना कुछ लोर बॉम्ब ड्रॉप हुआ बोलो तो. अब सब कुछ एक एक करके प्रोसेस करना होगा. क्या? बियातर वुड्स में जो सील है, अगर वो कंप्लीटली टूट गया तब तो गए काम से. थ्रेनोडियन फुल्ली एक्टिव हो जाएगा.
Penny for your thoughts?
Pengies.
There's too many to count.
Same है, like Imeth doesn't
Feel like
deserve
talking
it.
about it?
No.
Maybe a little.
Okay, maybe a little. Let's go, man. पेंगिलों के साथ घूम रहे हैं हम लोग.
I keep wondering if the choices I made in the past were the right ones. I still don't know why I chose to erase my memories. That one decision cost me my grip on everything. It made me leave so many people behind. You, Imeth, those at the Black Shores, and probably more I don't even know or remember now. I pulled everyone into my grand plan to save the world, and when it mattered most, I wasn't even there.
Oh my god, हम लोग guilt feel कर रहे हैं नहीं?
If we can't save Imeth, she'll just be forgotten. Left to drift in the void forever.
Even if that hadn't happened, your path was always destined to diverge from most of ours. You know your lifespan is immense. Barring some accident, most of us will leave this world long before you.
Dang, ये चीज नहीं hit करना था Luke. What the heck? That's depressing.
Death and goodbyes are a final lesson no one escapes. For you, it's a question that lingers for an exceptionally long time.
You're right.
Since you already know that, you should also see that everyone else has already given their answer. You're still the same person you were before. Just as resilient, still bringing hope to others. That's why, after all these years, we're still willing to stand with you.
Aww.
And it's not because you're a supposed savior. It's because you've always been you. And we're not just doing this for you. We're doing it for Solaris. For the future we all chose to fight for. We chose this path ourselves. You have nothing to feel guilty for. One can only move forward by making peace with what's lost. You taught me that a long time ago.
Wow. Profound. Sounds profound.
In the end, I failed to find my father's murderer. I failed to protect Rhine. Failed to protect my own family.
But your brother is still alive. You're alive. There's still hope. You did everything you could.
Who knows when I'll wake up next time.
Then we'll make a promise, Luke. We'll see each other again next winter. You'll open your eyes, and I'll be standing right here. Just like today.
Come now. Enough with that face. Some candy?
ये बंदा हम लोग को डायबिटिक करके ही छोड़ेगा.
You always carry candy with you. You sure they really work?
As in...
It'll help take the edge off and lighten the mood. Your words.
That. Honestly, not really. It's become more of a habit of mine. As a boy, I'd have one whenever things felt too big to handle. The sweetness was a distraction. Something to look forward to.
Aww.
Later, after I inherited Naviale, I realized there were still so many things I couldn't control. So I'd eat them to cope. Especially when I was up to my neck in trouble thanks to my business associates.
Aww. Noviale Regenerative Group, a pharmaceutical corporation based in the New Federation. Its core technology originates from the development of Icar, a groundbreaking medical advancement shadowed by perpetual controversy.
Even after I left the company and set out to follow the Fraxidus' trail on my own, I'd be chewing on one while I watched those who helped me die right in front of me. Still powerless, it seems.
Oh no. एक सेकंड, जब फ्रैक्सिडस मेंशन कर रहे तो उस टाइम हम कर्नेलिया क्यों बोले? It was Cristoforo. My bad.
So I've come to believe that no matter how strong a person becomes, not everything can be done perfectly. In life, many things are beyond our control. But I still enjoy candy. It reminds me that meeting people is still a gift, even if I know I might lose them one day.
Aww, ये बड़ा अच्छा अच्छा चीज बोल रहा है लुक.
If you let grief and anger burn you out, you become obsessed with results. You forget the joy you felt along the way. A little sweetness helps keep the numbness at bay.
I'll have one of your candies.
How does it taste?
Luke, my chances of saving Imeth? They're pretty slim, aren't they?
Oh no. सीधा मेन मुद्दे में आ गए हम लोग.
They are. You'll need a miracle. But you've always been good at making those happen.
Thanks for the candy.
You're very welcome.
All that sunlight touches. Hey, it's over. What? Is it a fox? Hey, look. Aww, क्या कर रहा है ये? Want to take a photo? Look. Let's take a photo with this doggo. ये ज़्यादा आगे क्यों आ जाती है? ओह, कैमरा. मस्त सैक्सोफोन बज रहा है बैकग्राउंड में. क्यूट डॉगो. Let's go. Look. अरे गंदा. Wait. मेरे पास कोई पोज है क्या? Ah, this looks nice. हम लोग है कहाँ? स्काई आर्क स्पेस स्टेशन के बाहर. ओह, अच्छा क्वेस्ट था ये. एज यूजुअल क्लिफ हैंगर में छोड़ दिया ये लोग. नाइस. ओके, बिफोर एंडिंग द स्ट्रीम एक लास्ट रिचुअल करते हैं, उसके बाद स्ट्रीम एंड करते हैं. वेयर इज दैट प्लेस अगेन? कहाँ था वो जगह अगेन? ये है राइट? यस. I'll do one last thing. उसके बाद हाँ स्टोरी एंड करते हैं. यकीन नहीं होता. I won't say fully खारोन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, but he's a part of it. That I'm its dead. Hey, hey, I missed you, but you know what time it is. Oh, I missed you. Oh. Okay. चलो एवरीवन, आज के लिए स्ट्रीम बस इतना ही रखते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन. मेक श्योर टू लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, कमेंट, शेयर. जो भी करना होता है कर दीजिएगा. बाय फॉर नाउ. गुड नाइट.
Hmm.